Well, hey guys, back for another deck building episode. We've got a crazy one this time. I was in a great mood a second ago, but it's crazy how parents can do that to you. So, yeah, I've got to start thinking about how I'm going to put this deck together. I've got triple building Barb Hut Bomb Tower with Clone. So, I guess the first thing to do is just explain Clone. So, what is Clone? Clone spells in general are a way for you to commit to your push without having a unit on the board. So, they are kind of like so units, right? They can get you a lot of value just by existing on the map. Spells can get you some value, but they can only get you one-time value, really. So that's the thing with spells. You can play them at any time, but they're really more of a one-time thing instead of units, which you can play only in specific places, but get you more value overall. Clone as a spell is different. It has the benefits of being a unit, where when you play it, it will continue getting you value until they respond to it. The drawback of it is that it has so many counters that it's pretty easy to stop it from getting value. It's weak against splash, and it's weak against small spells. So logically, in order to build some sort of clone deck that actually functions, I'm going to need to have something that's good against splash and something that's good at baiting out small spells. So I think the first card of the deck that we're going to get in the deck is actually Empress. The reason why for this is because, first of all, Empress has the 3 elixir form, which will help with the really rising elixir cost here. But also, Big Empress is really good against other rangers. She kind of just wins every interaction. She even beats Mega Minion face to face. So, like, most of the splashers in this game are pretty low health, and I think that the Empress will be able to snipe them off pretty well. Now, in terms of spells, I'm probably going to need something that can kill swarms and just God Barrel, that kind of thing. So I'm guessing that Arrows is going to be my best bet, but I'm not entirely certain if Arrows is the best bet, because Sparky exists, and this deck right now looks like it has a terrible time against Sparky, so I'm thinking of going with Barb Barrel here, because Barb Barrel has at least a distractor for Sparky. Expo is my win condition right now, so the thing with Expo is that Clone has no synergy with Expo. Expo's whole thing is that you leave it on the map, and then by staying up for a long time with big spell bait, or by just annihilating everything with Evo Archers, because Evo Archers are overpowered, then you can break through that way. But for this deck, I'm assuming the way I'm going to be breaking through is not going to be through big spell bait, but through annihilating everything on the board with Empress Clone, or whatever else clone. But right, I just realized I probably need to have some sort of spell bait. So I'm guessing that I should put Dark Ob in the deck, because Dark Ob is just generally very good as a being annoying card, and if I'm trying to get people to make mistakes against this deck, I should probably just have the Dark Ob here. Plus, it fully covers up the lack of anti-air that I have in this deck. So between the Empress, Dark Ob, and Barb Barrel, I've covered most of the weaknesses, but there still are a couple weaknesses to look at. So first of all, I don't have any swarms in the deck right now, so I'm probably going to put in Gang or Guards. I'm looking more towards Guards because I don't have any tanks that I can use. Like, I have Mini Empress for Mega Knights, but that's not really going to be enough. I can distract with the Bomb Tower, but for Bomb Tower the Mega Knight, I'm going to need something for the behind push with, like, Ghost or Prince or something like that. So I'm thinking that this could work. I wish there was something that had, like, Mini P.E.K.K.A. DPS that was a swarm that also didn't die all that well. I guess that would be Rascals. I could play Rascals over Dark Gob. I think I might, because Rascals aren't a swarm. There's 3 of them, but the Rascal Boy is more of a mini tank than anything. I don't want Princes charging on a mini tank. I guess we'll just see how this goes. Oh, don't queue into main ladder. Jeez. By the way, I've got the next 3 episodes already planned out, so I guess you can rest assured if you hear your name here. The next episode is going to be pretty standard recruits deck from Shane. The episode after that is going to be some mid-ladder nonsense recruit deck from Sklax. And then the episode after that is going to be a 3M deck, so that'll be interesting. And immediately facing Bowler. I have nothing good for Bowler except for my Empress, which I don't have in hand right now, so I guess I have to kind of just cycle everything opposite lane. I'm going to have the defensive Expo this. I can't play my Barb Hut right now. No point in cycling a Barb Barrel. I'm hoping that this is going to be Okay, this is Recruits, so not Recruits. This is Graveyard, so I stand a slight chance. None of my buildings right now can actually activate King Tower off of a Bowler, so I'm just going to wait for the Bowler to go down and then play defense. I was kind of hoping that Bowler was actually going to go down, but I guess that's my fault for expecting anything to go my way with this deck. I don't lose my entire tower in the first push, so I guess that's a plus. I really needed to have my Empress in starting hand there. With such a heavy deck, your starting hand matters more and more. Bowler, Arrows, Graveyard, Guards, Giant, 5 of his 8 cards. That kills all of his stuff there. I wish I had my Expo. Actually, I did have my Expo in my starting hand, didn't I? I should have Expo'd immediately opposite lane as soon as he played that bowler. But he did have Giant Elixir. Pre-Expo for him to going for something? No? Okay. I should have waited a little bit longer to try and catch his Elixir. I'm actually going to clone this, because he doesn't have his arrows in hand, which means that the best he can manage for this is going to be Snowball, and Snowball won't full kill the guards. So I spent a huge amount of Elixir there. I spent 6 plus 6, 12. I spent 12 for his 8. So I'm down 4, but I got at least a tiny bit of damage back. If he tries to bowler the river, I'm going to have to Bomb Tower block it, and then Empress low for defense. Or maybe Dark God low for defense, because Dark God does pretty solid in the graveyard, and he doesn't have his arrows back in hand again. I'm probably going to Empress, and then Barb Hut the river. Yeah. Alright, I guess I have to do this now. I'm committed. So, the reason why I'm doing this is because I know that I need to make some sort of pressure right now, or else I'm just dead. Because if I let him set up with this Witch, I'm just dead. Because I've got no good consistent splash in my deck except for that Bomb Tower, and the Bomb Tower is not going to be enough. So I did this nonsense. And then I'm going to Expo the middle right now, because the Empress is getting me some nice value. I'll guards this, clone the guards, or maybe see if he arrows first. Dark Gob low for the graveyard. Might clone the Dark Gob. We'll have to see. Ow, taking a lot of damage there. I don't like to see that. I'm not quite dead yet. The Witch is going to go down. I'm going to Barb Hut the river here because I need to get some more value opposite lane. Empress this lane with a Barb Barrel because I need to get these minions off the map as soon as possible. Probably clone this as soon as he minions it. He decides to guards instead, which is a bad play because he's not getting my Empress off the map yet. Dark Gob with this because he's going to have to minion sometime soon. Guards the river. I need to take his tower immediately because he's trying to save his small spells to take my tower with. I was really hoping that Dark God would snipe off his Witch there. I'm going to miss my Spirit Empress. Okay, that's game now. He has enough splash damage with his spells to finish off the game there because he's got Snowball in his deck. 99% sure he's got Snowball in his deck. Yeah. So I guess right now would be a good time to start thinking about why that didn't go well. I mean, first of all, it didn't go well because I didn't just immediately Expo as soon as he played his bowler in the back. I should have done that. I guess I just didn't know how to play the deck yet. It didn't really seem all that unwinnable. Though the Bomb Tower did get me no value at all, so I should probably try and restructure my deck so the Bomb Tower gets me a little bit more value. Maybe? Well, the thing is that I can't restructure the part of the deck that makes the Bomb Tower redundant, because it's already forced to be in the deck with the Barb Hut. Well then. No, actually, Bomb Tower is a tank. It can act as a tank, so maybe what I'll do is I'll swap out my guards for Gang. Or maybe I won't. Okay. So, no point in playing my Expo yet, because I need to know, I need him to play some sort of Elixir. Give me a reason to go for my Expo. Skellies, that's just one Elixir, I can't respond to that. Don't tell me this is an Expo mirror matchup. If this is an Expo mirror matchup, I'm actually completely justified in going for an Expo right now, because the Expo will stop him from Expoing for a long time. He spent 6 for my 6, and my 6 killed his 4, so I'm fine with this, I guess. I guess I'll just Barb Barrel. I'll Barb Barrel low. And Hut low too. Reason I want to get my Hut right now is because the worst counter to Hut, the best counter to Hut I mean, is Splash and Big Spells. And you know what he just used? His Splash and his Big Spell. I'm going to Empress Snipe this Expo. He's going to have to Tesla this if he doesn't want to lose his entire Expo here. Empress has got nearly Flying Machine level range, so I can kind of just play this. And it will snipe at everything from across the river. This is actually very nice. I wish I had my Expo back in hand. I suppose I wish I had, what do I wish I had? I wish I had, what do I wish I had? A cycle card instead of guards. That's what I wish I had. So maybe Skellies or Gobs. Because if I had Skellies or Gobs, I could have played my Expo in time to actually get a lock there. I'm thinking I'm going Bomb Tower Expo. Bomb Tower is actually going to be pretty helpful in this match, because Bomb Tower is good against Siege. And this is Siege versus Siege here. I can just Barb Barrel this, Archers. The Expo will finish them off. Or the E-Spirit will tank. Okay. I needed the Bomb Tower to not get distracted on the E-Spirit there and finish off the Archers immediately. I don't know how I could have defended that better. I think that I need 2 protectors for my Expo. Just 1 protector isn't enough, because if I play one side protection, then you can just target the other side. So I'm going to have to Expo this tile. I'm going to have to Expo on this tile, which is a very awkward tile to be playing on. Okay, Barb Hut's good against Expo. I'm gonna have to play my Expo on a very odd tile, and then, oh man, that might actually just be the death of me, because I don't have any good small spells in hand for that right now. The Barb Hut gets locked on too. I'm really hoping that I get another wave down before the Expo locks on. The Expo does lock on, but not for too long. Okay, I'm gonna Dark Orb clone Guards of the River here, because I need a bunch of DPS for this defense, and I want him to not log it immediately. Alright, that's about as good of a defense as I could have pulled off right now. I'm gonna Bomb Tower this, Barb Hut after, so that the Barb Wave starts spawning while the Expo is distracted. Get another big Empress down after he plays his... What was that? Okay. I'm gonna Barb Barrel this. That's nice but value Barb Barrel there. I'm probably gonna wait a second for the Barb to spawn and then Empress afterwards. Guards low. Ah, that Knight kills it. That was unfortunate. I had to play my Barb Hut on a lower tile in order to keep my stuff alive there. I don't know what he thinks he's doing with his Expo. I'm gonna go with an Expo of my own because tower trading favors me because we both got stuff that can take tower, but my stuff will take tower first. I'm gonna clone this, try and make sure that my stuff actually does take tower first because I've got more DPS than he does on the map. So that might actually almost be game there. I don't have any direct tower damage though, so that's a humongous problem because I can't actually finish his tower, but he can fireball cycle me to death. I'm gonna cycle my Barb Hut in a way that he can't actually kill it with fireball. And then probably Empress Barb Barrel for this. I should have played my Empress immediately there so that I could have gotten it down before the Tesla went down. I had to clone this, and it's not going to get me any value. So this is looking like it's pretty much just GG right now. There's no way for me to kill this Expo without giving him enough elixir to go in for another Expo. I have to Expo myself and just pray that I survive this. Okay, I'm going to ground Empress to try and tank for this. Those Skellies are not going to do him all that much good, so that actually wins. Wow, that's crazy. The only reason I won that was because he's trash, though. One of the best ways to confuse a Siege player when you're playing Siege yourself is to go directly into them or go opposite lane of them the instant that they try to go in. So I tried the second one because I couldn't really go same lane because he's just got a Tesla, and the Tesla annihilates everything I could possibly play because I have no solid tanks on the ground. I'm actually only 300 XP off of my next King Tower level. Maybe I'll try doing that right now. I don't have any epic cards I need to level up, so maybe I'll use an epic card to try and level something up right now. Oh, Hunter's pretty close. I'll just do this. How much XP is this? 400. That's actually almost perfect. Very nice. King Tower level up, but the King Tower level up is not the most important part. The most important part is not this as well. I love long animations. They're so fun. Come on, give me my Princess Tower. This. The most important part is this, where you get 5,000 Princess cards. Because you're actually literally not even allowed to upgrade your Princess Tower troop until after you've gotten this fully maxed out. They used to make it so that actually as soon as you hit King Tower level 14, you could upgrade your Princess Tower to level 15 just by adding the Elite Wild cards, but now they don't even allow you to add the Elite Wild cards until after you've hit King Tower level 15, which is gonna take 20 years. So, I guess I'll see you guys back in another match and see if I need to change anything with the deck. I only beat that Expo guy because he was trash, but I also don't know how I could change the deck to make it any better. I need some sort of solid ground tank, but I don't have space in the deck for solid ground tanks, because I need something that's both solid ground tank and a mini tank. I have to Bomb Tower into this because there's literally nothing else I can play. If I Empress, he can kill me opposite lane with air, and, well, I mean, anything else he could... Ice Whiz EQ. I might stand a chance here considering how bad this guy's deck looks. What the... Okay. I'll just Barb Hut this, because Barb Hut's got a lot of health and a lot of DPS, and pigs are kind of the opposite of that, where you need a lot of health and a lot of DPS. Wait, oh, he's got a spell. I can hear delivery coming. I was thinking of cloning that, because that would have been a solid value clone. Oh, he's got EQ for my triple building. Okay, I think I'm going to wait for 9, and then I'm going to go for Guards, Expo, and then clone the Guards on 0. Maybe 10, so I can have less time between the Guards and the clone. Now, Barb Barrel this. He's going to Snowball. I wish I had cloned that, actually, because if I had cloned that, I would have gotten the extra shields out. Oh wow, the Queen goes down without an ability, which means I'm going to get some nice damage here. Very good. Okay, he's playing trash once again. That's still the only reason I'm not down right now. But since he just wasted his EQ, I think it might be time to start setting up a Barb Hut? If I set up a Barb Hut, he's going to cannon it. If I set up... But I can't really snipe his cannon with anything. But I also kind of just have to set up with the Barb Hut, because I need to punish him for wasting his EQ there. Okay, he's giving me something I can snipe very easily with this. Oh, he's playing no log. My Dark Orb's going to get me infinite value in this matchup. That's probably going to be my saving grace in this matchup. Just spamming Dark Orbs with clones. Alright. Actually, no clone, because if I clone, then he can afford to go EQ Snowball. But if I don't clone, then he just has to deal with it normally. He wasted his entire EQ there because he killed a hut that was already dead. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore the rest of these pigs and then go with another Expo Guards here. Expo, Guards, clone everything. Maybe Snowball first? No. He decides to do this. I'm going to still clone this because I want to get my extra DPS on the map. It's kind of like a clone flying machine in a way. You know how clone decks typically play clone flying machine? Clone Empress has that range and that survivability like flying machine, but she also has crazy DPS, so she's kind of a more valuable clone than a flying machine is. So it's actually looking very nice right now. I'm gonna pre-bomb tower in the anti-EQ placement, but this might actually just be game over here, and I'll see you guys in the next match. Clone bow bait. Clone bow bait. I have no words for that. Wait, maybe I should be playing Giant Skeleton. Because Giant Skeleton would solve my problem with no anti-air, but then I also have no swarms. I have no swarms. But Giant Skeleton can reasonably tank for a Prince. But the problem there would be P.E.K.K.A. I guess I could go Empress Clone for the P.E.K.K.A.s. Because a lot of Giant Skelly clone decks don't play a swarm just at all. If they do, they play guards, by the way. But, I'm thinking of actually going Gang over Barb Barrel. Gang over Barb Barrel is a really risky play because you can actually full counter a Goblin Barrel with just Goblin Gang no matter where they play it. But if they have Gob Barrel Snowball or Gob Barrel Arrows, you're just dead. And I don't like that kind of matchup fishing. So I think I'm going to leave it like this. Yeah. So for P.E.K.K.A.s, my strategy is going to be Empress Clone to just annihilate the P.E.K.K.A. off the map and hope it doesn't kill my Giant Skelly in the meantime. Because I think that having the Giant Skelly clone bomb out in front of my Expo could actually do something. And that might actually give me a reason that I'm winning instead of just kind of setting up nonsense. I guess I'll Barb Hut here. That'll... Oh boy, Firecracker. I have nothing good for Firecrackers. I kind of have to just let him... Every time there's a Firecracker on the board, my entire screen is dead. So I have to just allow him to get his infinite value of Firecracker and then Barb Barrel it once it crosses. Alright. Die, please. And it doesn't die. That's a problem. I'm gonna Bomb Tower kite this to King. Yeah, sure. I don't think that even activates my King Tower, actually, because I killed it too fast. That's a bit unfortunate. Skelly, Spirit, Cannon, Firecracker, Lumberloon. 6 of his 8 cards. I'm gonna clone this. Yeah, okay. I get, what? I don't even know if I got an extra shot off for that. By the way, I can't afford to play anything on this Firecracker because he's got Lumberloon Elixir right now. Or at least he's going to have Lumberloon Elixir, and I'm going to need to be on 9 Elixir in order to stop that, because I'm going to need Barb Hut Dark Gob in order to stop a Lumberloon, so I can't afford to play absolutely anything right now. So I guess I'll leak here. And there it is. Barb Hut Dark Gob. The Spirit does a whole lot of nothing for him, so he's just feeding the Elixir there. I don't believe I take any shots here. No, I don't. I do take death damage, though, which is pretty unfortunate. Death damage hits harder than a Fireball, which means that, it really does add up pretty quickly if you just keep taking death damages over and over and over again. He did just kind of use his whole push, though, so I think that now is going to be a solid time to go for a Giant Skelly Expo. Please tell me that dies. That doesn't die? Giant Skelly has a big hitbox, which means that the Firecracker can stay kind of in range from outside of what most people consider in range, which is why she stayed away, so far away there. I'm going to Barb Barrel this, try and keep the Lumberjack inside of the clone, inside of the Death Bomb here. Okay, I'm going to... He missed his cannon, which is great for me. I'm going to Empress to try and tank for this Firecracker and snipe it off the map as soon as possible. He doesn't have his Lumberjack back in hand, so this Expo probably does get a lock, which is very nice for me. I'm going to clone this right now, because he doesn't have a spell that can kill the cloned Empress except for his Spirit. I don't believe he has a Spirit in hand. He did have a Spirit in hand. Well, I'm going to go for Barb Hut High, because I believe that pulls, and if it doesn't, I've got more buildings to pull with. And then I guess I'm just going to go for another Expo right now, and hope that the Expo locks onto the Firecracker. And it doesn't lock onto the Firecracker. Okay, that could be a problem. I'm going to have to Barb Barrel this. His Loon gets... Oh, he has Poison in his deck? That's crazy. Okay. So he could literally win this entire game just by playing Poison Cycle and full defense, because that's how Control works. He doesn't even really need to try and play any offense for the rest of the game, but I'm assuming he will, because he's not that great. I'm going to start setting up my Empress right now, and then probably Expo opposite lane, because I can't afford to Expo same lane if I don't want to give him poison values. I can't clone this because when they've got poison in hand, or even a Firecracker on the map, it's negative value every time I clone. I'm probably going to eat a Loon Shot here. Yeah. He's getting way too much value out of this firecracker, but I've got no way to stop him. I think that I have to... Oh, wow, he just gave me a huge amount of value here. I'm going to barb hut the river and then giant skelly the river opposite lane. I know this is absolutely crazy, but I have to capitalize on this one moment that I can actually make anything happen. So I'm going to wait here for 6, make sure 100,000% that I've got everything that I need. Clone this before, and he's got poison. He's got poison firecracker. This is a hard counter. Great. Well, he wasted his poison, which is one of the better counters that he has to my X-Bow, but he also still has his loon in hand, which is a problem. I can snipe this off with my Dart Gob right now, or at least get it low enough that it dies to the Barb Barrel. Oh, that actually full dies. I'm going to ignore this loon hit and then go all in opposite lane. Giant Skelly here. Get down. Very good. Predicted the cannon. Since he lost the cannon there, that's a -3, so he's completely out of elixir here. I'm going to go with Barb Barrel Empress Clone opposite lane, because he's going to try and overspend to get rid of this X-Bow. I need to punish him for that. And I don't really have the greatest punish cards in the world, but I need to make something happen, because I can never get guaranteed damage. The firecracker dies to the giant skelly. No way! The rage counts as a building for a moment, and because it counts as a building for a moment, it actually stopped my X-Bow from locking on. But he doesn't know that. He's too bad at the game to even realize that the X-Bow is played wrong. So I can actually keep on going in here. I'm going to clone this right now because he just wasted his log a second ago. And I can X-Bow the middle, because X-Bow the middle makes it very, or at least a little bit awkward for them to play their for them to play their poison on it. And because of that, I actually managed to break through. Wow. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that one. The only reason I ever managed to win that match is because he just handed me a firecracker for free. If he didn't hand me those firecrackers for free, I would have lost that. But because he was trash at video games, I managed to win. So what I'm seeing here is that I need to have arrows in the deck, because if the firecracker player isn't trash, then I'm just dead. Dart Gob was very nice, Empress was very nice, Giant Skelly was very nice, so I'm hesitant to remove anything from this, but if you look at this, I just lose to Sparky. So I need to make some sort of change right now in order to keep this together. Because Empress is good, like she has crazy stats, but alone she does not full stop as Sparky. I think that Dart Gob is the one that has to go, which is pretty unfortunate. Because Dart Gob was really helpful there. Are there even any 3 Elixir Ranger counters to Sparky? I mean, the best thing I could imagine would be E-Wiz, but E-Wiz has no real synergy here. I mean, it's kind of Fireball baity. E-Wiz Clone has synergy because of the double stun. I guess I'll try this. Yeah, okay. So I'm playing small spell bait with no small spell bait cards, only big spell bait cards. Okay. I have to E-Wiz this because I just don't have anything good in hand for it. I didn't get the E-Wiz timing off where you take only 2 hits. I didn't quite manage to play that. If you play your E-Wiz on the right tile, I think, you can make it so that you take almost no gob stabs, or at least just 2. He's ignoring that? That's crazy. This guy's great. Okay, certainly an interesting play. Since he wasted his only air splash, I'm going to go with a full clone right now, because log bait decks typically play only one. Never mind, he's got arrows. How convenient. So, I suppose I should have expected a mid-letter variant considering how bad he's playing. Gob Barrel, E-Spirit, Tesla, Arrows, Princess. He's back to his, I can't activate King Tower off that because he's going to Princess the river right now. E-Spirit, Princess, Arrows, Tesla, Knight. I can't get my Giant Skelly to tower here, because if I play enough Elixir to get my Giant Skelly to tower, he can pressure me opposite lane and kill me. I can't assume that this guy is bad enough at the game that he'll let that happen. I don't believe the Giant Skelly quite makes it here. Yeah, it doesn't. Unfortunate. I would like to see if he's playing Rocket. But before I can do that, I need to have some sort of tank down for my X-Bow. So I'm going to have to set up a Barb Hut and just eat the next Gob Barrel damage, or hopefully I can get a mini Empress down on it. He didn't have his Princess in hand because he wasted it, and Princess is a great counter to X-Bow. Since I've got my tanks down now, I can try going for... Wow, this guy is trash at video games. That's great to see. So, yeah, you don't rocket a Barb Hut. That's just not a good play ever, because it's 6 for 6, and they already got their 3 barbs out of it. I'll E-Wiz this, try and make sure that I get extra damage for the punish here. He doesn't have anything really direct in hand to get straight to my tower here. I have to mini Empress this because he's going to Gob Barrel, and I need the Elixir for that. If I had Bomb Towered that, then I wouldn't have had Elixir for arrows. Alright, I'm thinking of actually arrowsing the Princess and then Giant Skellying on defense for the Gob Barrel. Because he doesn't have his Knight in hand for a little bit. And I don't have any good ways of killing his Princess outside of that. Okay, I can Giant Skelly this. Since it's already fully deployed by the time the barrel gets down, I think I only take 2 stabs there, which is pretty nice. Okay, I'm gonna go for another Expo here. He's probably gonna rocket the bow, and then I'm gonna Barb Hut absolutely far in the back. Okay, yeah. That's not the greatest value Expo from me, because I give him rocket value on my Giant Skelly, but I need to get something going here with my huts, because I need to set up a long-term advantage. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to consistently arrows his princesses off the map. I have to arrows this right now. I can't allow it to get any shots on my barbs, and it got shots on my barbs. Okay. Well, this push is dead, by the way, because he still has his Evo test on the map, but he does miss the Empress pull, which is very nice for me. I'm a Giant Skelly the back. Wow, I can't believe he let that through. I might actually just win here straight up off of tower damage by just arrow cycling. Okay, so that's very good for me, because he wastes his rocket now, which means that I can go for an Expo here. I'm going to completely ignore that barrel. Wait for everything to walk up far enough that he can't really get any good Princess Splashes on it. Okay, the Expo is outside of range of Princess Splash. Snipe this off while I can, and that's game. I'm still not winning by the deck, though. I'm still winning just because these people are trash. I gotta think some more about different deck comps. So, I'm actually thinking about the challenge right now, because it looks right now like this fundamentally just won't work in a deck. I don't know how to build a deck around this that isn't matchup fishing, but at the same time, if I cut the challenge down to only being able to recommend to make 3 cards in the deck, then that's too easy, because I can make anything out of 5 cards. 5 cards is too easy to work around. But 4 cards seems too hard. I guess I'll Empress the back. Empress beats, just annihilates Mega Minion in the 1v1, because Empress 3 taps a Mega Minion and out of range, so it just kind of works extremely well. I'm actually not going to building this, because I want to get a nice counter push going. It looks like he's playing Giant Lumberjack Prince. So this is going to be interesting. I guess I take a little bit of giant damage. That's a bit unfortunate. He decides to fireball that, but that's a crazy fireball because he didn't actually get my counter push off the map, and now I can go for an Expo here. I actually got E-Wiz for his Prince. That's very nice. Though, of course, I don't have Elixir for it right now, so I kind of have to just ignore this. I'm going to E-Wiz very low and probably eat 1 Prince stab because Prince is overpowered. Even though E-Wiz is supposed to counter, I probably lose the entire E-Wiz here. No, I don't. Just barely don't. Okay, so I am up damage after that. Fireball, Zap, Lumberjack, Prince, Mega Minion. Giant. 6 of his 8 cards so far. I believe that he's playing 1 other spell and then a second anti-air. I'm going to Bomb Tower first. He's going to try and get my Bomb Tower off the map, and then after he gets my Bomb Tower off the map, I'll play my Barb Hut because he will have wasted all of his spells. You know, actually, I'm thinking of a fast-moving unit. Bomb Tower is one of his remaining cards, one of his remaining 2 cards. I'll just Giant Skelly this. As much as I can, I would rather have counter push over nothing. I shouldn't have given them that Empress Fireball value there. That's unfortunate. I'm going to take a giant shot for that. I didn't have to do that if I played my Empress far enough that she wasn't getting knocked back there. Giant Skelly. I'm actually going to clone this because that'll kill the Lumberjack, which is very nice value for me. That doesn't kill the Lumberjack because it walks too fast. Yippee. Alright. I don't think I get any Empress shots here either. Oh, I do. 1. Maybe 2. Just 1. Okay. Well, I got an Empress shot. He got a Fireball on my tower and a Giant shot. I'm going to Expo way far in this side than Barb Hut outside of Fireball range. So this is going to look like a crazy Clash of Clans based defense. I'm going to wait for him to give me some more value before I arrows this. I don't have the cards in my hand to be able to get a counter push, so I just have to arrows it. But if I'm going to arrows it, I might as well get maximum arrows value. He's trashed the game because he played his Fireball so bad there. He should have tried to hit my tower there. Very good for me. He's still playing trash. I can Evo slow this down, and he's got Evo Bomber. Great. Okay, so that's going to get a lot of lineups on my tower. I need to wait for a while and then get an Empress off on this, but I can't really stop that Bomber right now. I don't really know how he got a Bomber off when I didn't have anything for it, but it's looking like it's pretty much just game now because Expo can't come back from a 2-tower situation. I'm playing Expo against that. I can Expo Bomb Tower this, but there's physically not enough time for me to break through. I don't know what I arrows that wasn't the... Oh, he has a faster cycle than me. I got out-cycled because my deck is so heavy. I do need a 1 Elixir card in here somewhere to make up for that. Interesting. Giant Skelly was really helpful, but clearly I need... the deck won't work if I have Giant Skelly in it. I need to make some sort of changes here. I'm going to swap back in Skelly, swap out E-Wiz. So Skellys are going to be my counter to Sparky, which certainly is a fun thing to think about. And then... I have to keep arrows in. Maybe I should go double small spell. No, because then I have no mini tanks anymore. I need some sort of tank, and then it might be Knight or Ice Golem. Maybe Ice Golem, because I've already got the DPS down here. And then arrows for the anti-air. Okay. I guess I'll queue back in and see how this goes. So my cycle's a lot faster this time around, but I don't have as much actual synergy, which is the price of cycle. You can play cycle or synergy, not both. Unless you're playing like 2.6 or Bomber Drill, because then you have synergy and cycle, because the cheap cards are the synergy. Alright, this is going to be certainly an interesting matchup here. I have Empress for his Flying Machine, or at least I should have Empress for his Flying Machine if he didn't go all in first play. For now, I'm just going to have to let the Flying Machine kill my entire life savings here, and then just Ice Golem low afterwards. Okay, I can just Skellies this, and then Empress the Flying Machine, have the Empress turn around to help me with the pigs. Maybe ignore the pigs and the Flying Machine, and then Expo all in. Because he's not back around to his stuff yet, and he can't really kill this Expo, because he doesn't have any Rangers for it. I can Empress this, because Empress has got some high DPS, so she'll be able to kill that Valk pretty quickly, so that's actually a very nice Expo lock. But once again, that was just him playing trash, not me, not the deck being good. Alright, so, I get his Brawler off the map, but at what cost? I'm down so much Elixir, I might just lose in this next, turn here. Alright, he does finally get my Expo off the map. I'm probably going to have to Arrow Cycle him for the rest of this match. I was kind of hoping that his Firecracker survived that so I could get my King Tower up right now. I'm going to start Arrow Cycling immediately because I literally understand completely that there is no way I'm going to win this match through another Expo lock because he's not going to play that trash again. Probably. I guess we'll just start cycling my Skellies. Okay, Barb Hut, Ice Golem Kite, and then Empress for the Flying Machine. The Barbs do take out the recruits there, which is nice to see. I can finally get my Empress down, so the Flying Machine won't take out my life savings, but the recruits will anyway. That's fun. I just barely get my second Barb Wave. That's very nice. I'm actually going to clone this, because I don't think he's expecting it. Lots of not expects with this matchup. But I already get a couple extra Elixir of Value before he arrows us that. But I also gave him an arrows on my Barbs, which is not the greatest play in the world. Expo, I have to arrows this. I can't save my arrows for tower in this cycle. Really, all I have to do is just make sure that I get arrows on his tower often enough that he can't kill me before I can kill him. So he gets, like, what, a couple hundred damage on my tower. I need, what, a couple arrows on his tower. I guess I'll just do the same play. Ice Golem, Kite, Bomb Tower. I'm going to snipe this Firecracker with my Bomb Tower, which is a crazy play to be making, but it's the only one I can't have that works. I'm going to arrows this and just let my Empress tank some damage here because I don't really need a counter push anymore anyway. Okay, Barb Hut for the pigs. I'm actually going to play Mini Empress here because I want to try and keep my Barb Hut alive to get a second wave out of. And that was a mistake because he's got Firecracker. Okay. Hoping that the Bomb Tower can kill the Firecracker before she gets out of range. Very nice. I don't clone this because I've got no anti-air to kill his Flying Machines with. I need to start cycling around to my next Empress here. I'm going to arrows this Flying Machine, Ice Golem just for these, and then Spirit Empress this side. He's playing stuff into my Bomb Tower Death Bomb, which is nice to see. I can Bomb Tower for this. Bomb Tower is quite good into pigs. I play that not to kite the Valk there. I have to arrows this on defense here. That's why I arrows the first Flying Machine, because I knew I was probably going to have to arrows the second Flying Machine. I took a lot of damage in that cycle, but it's not looking like the end of the world. He played a bad Flying Machine there. That was really bad by him. It might work against bad players, but I am not bad players. Okay. Bomb Tower this lane. Probably get my next arrows on tower in a second. Probably just Skellies for the Zappies. It's a bit risky, but I have to be up Elixir before I can go for my arrows on tower. And I need to get my Elixir somehow. I guess I'm going to Ice Golem this, try and take minimal Firecracker damage here. I don't know how I'm going to get that Firecracker off the map, because he's back to his stuff that can snipe. And I've got no anti-air in hand for another couple cards. What? So I need 2 arrows right now. I think I'm going to choose to arrows on defense, because I can't get 2 arrows down before he kills me. So I'm going to try and full defend and go for my next arrows on tower. Okay. I can arrows this, which is very nice for me to see. I have got my next actually, he just full-on sacrifices a Flying Machine, so I just need one more Empress. I'm gonna wait for this bomb to explode, or maybe just wait. I think he gave up. Wow. Wow, okay. I actually won that. That's kind of insane. I actually would have won that irrespective of him playing, well, I mean, if he was playing even slightly decent, I would have lost. But since he was playing only moderately, even if he was playing moderately trash instead of incredibly trash, I still would have won that. We're getting pretty close to the end of this crown challenge because I've just been grinding the crowns so hard. But I think that this might be the final form of the deck. It's really hard for me to say because, I mean, like, you notice here, I've gone to a different standard than normal. I do not have pro viability in this deck. I've only got even one Evo anyway. Actually, I suppose I could, like, put an Evo Valk over Ice Golem. Sure, let's try and make it pro viable. I'll play one more game on my mini account, and then I'll swap over to the main account for a classic challenge. This is gonna be very interesting. Alright, I can't cycle any of these cards because I can lose for playing any of them. I guess I'll just Empress for the Miner, because Miner is a thing that gets countered by high DPS, and Empress is my high DPS, even if it is a -3. Alright, so, I take 150 damage there. Spirit, Miner, probably Miner Rocket if I had to guess. Especially considering how long he's waiting to play anything on my Empress here. I'll Valk the back. Miner Knight typically means not Miner Rocket, because Miner Rocket plays Berserker right now. He's cycling his Evos, which is a problem. I'm going to Barb Hut the back here, because I can't rule out him not having Miner Poison. And I want to wait as long as possible for it. Okay, he is playing Miner Rocket, but that was garbage Rocket, because I already got my 3 barbs of value, and his Tesla's dead, which means that he's going to have to do something about these barbs, and the Expo will get crazy value with the barbs that are still crossing. Oh, he has delivery? Okay, I suppose I should have expected that. Miner Rocket always has delivery in its deck, but I do get a really nice Rocket lock. I mean, I get a really nice Expo lock here, because he played such a bad Rocket there. I'm going to Empress, try and keep this alive for as long as humanly possible, because there's no telling the next time I'm going to get damaged, so I just have to make sure that I keep getting my damage here. I don't even mind trading down with him, but since he's playing Miner, he can't really punish me for this. Miner has a complete lack of pressure cards, which means that you can overcommit on offense pretty hard, and they can't really punish you for it at all. What can I do right now? I can Bomb Tower. I'm going to Bomb Tower way high, because I want to leave myself room to play a Barb Hut. I don't catch the Miner, which is unfortunate. I want to have room to play a Barb Hut. I want to have both of them outside of rocket range with the tower. So I had to play that really awkwardly. I'm actually going to go in again because I want him to rocket on defense. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to pressure with Expos all game long, just so he never has the time to really go for rockets on tower. And then by the end of the game, I'll be up enough damage, or at least keep my lead for long enough that he won't be able to finish me off. I'm going to get my Barb Hut down. It's going to go right into an Evo Tesla, but there's not much I can do about it. You just have to get... I know that I'm going to have to take a negative trade on offense here. I might as well just take it now. He's not even playing his Tesla. That's unfortunate. I'm going to Skelly's this. I finally managed to catch his Miner. I'm going to play an Empress high so that he can't rocket that in the tower, and it'll finish off his Miner, so I only take 1 Miner shot for that entire defense there. Alright, I have to play everything outside of rocket range, so he just never gets any good rocket value. That was a garbage Evo Tesla. I don't know what that was. I'm going to go for high Expo here, and then Barb Hut the river. He can't reasonably rocket that Expo because I've got too much stuff on the map right now. He's probably going to delivery this. Actually, that's going to be a crazy value delivery, so that kind of bails him out. I'm going to wait for my Empress here because he doesn't have any anti-air in his deck except for Tesla, and Tesla won't do very well into all of these cards that I've got on the map right now. I'm going to clone this to keep the Tesla off my Empress for a long time and kill the Tesla very quickly. So I'd say that was a good value clone right there. Even though the stuff died immediately, I did manage to kill his Tesla for 3 elixir, which is very nice to see. Well, I think that this might be our final version. I still don't really have anything for Sparky, though. You know, I've been wanting so long for them to add an Electro Prince. I want a card that's melee and stuns with its melee attack, because that would just... It would fit in so many decks. I feel like it'd be the inverse of a Mighty Miner, you know? Mighty Miner is the melee Inferno. I want a melee Electro, and I want it to be called Electro Prince. I think it'd be cool. But if they added that, the deck would be perfect, because I could add in the Electro Prince for my anti-Sparky, and then I would also have a ground tank. Well, I guess I'll head over to the main account right now and try playing this in a classic challenge. By the way, the reason I'm playing this in my main account instead of my mini is because the classic challenge is not technically the best bang for your buck in terms of gems. You're supposed to save your gems exclusively for the 500 gem tournaments and nothing else. So I'm kind of just not gonna do anything with my gems until I hit that. With, well, I mean, like, on the main account, progression doesn't really matter all that much anymore, because I've got full level 14 anyway. But on the mini account, progression really does matter quite a bit, so I had to be careful with that. Alright, well, here it is. Ain't no way this is going to be even remotely close to pro viable, but at least maybe it'll be, like, I don't know, slightly decent into most decks. Cannoneer is a bad sign, because I've got nothing good for the Cannoneer. It'll 2-tap all my barbs, and I don't have much swarm for it. I mean, I've got Skelly's... Oh, and he's playing Spam Bait, too. Ironically, he might actually have nothing in his deck for my Barb Hut. No, never mind, he's playing Drill, which is even worse for me. I'm glad I have Valk in my deck in this variant, because Valk is probably my only way to kill his drills. Kind of hoping that the Empress got a hit on his Bomber, but it didn't. I'm actually going to have the Barb Hut here, because I need to play something in my hand to get some value, and I also need to cycle around to my Valk. So I lose an entire wave of Barbs there, and he gets 2 Gobstabs? He gets 2 Gobstabs, because Snowball is really good. So literally every time he plays a Drill Snowball, he gets damage. But I guess I'm going to have to see if he has anything for Expo. Oh, he's playing that? Barbot's actually good into Boss Bandit, so I might stand a chance here. And he lets the Expo lock, so I might stand quite a bit of a chance here. I'm going to Skelly's this, make sure that the cannon stays off of my bow for as long as possible here. I pull the Barb back for defense. It's not the greatest defense by any means. I'm going to take quite a bit of damage here, but it's going to be less damage than he took, actually. So I'm liking this quite a bit. That's going to be quite a bit of damage. I just have to ignore that. There's literally nothing I can do. If I Bomb Tower, then I have 0 elixir for a Drill Bomber the river. So I actually hardly even got an advantage in that cycle. I'm going to set up another Barb Hut, arrows his Bomber. Cover the arrows for the Bomber. Arrows for the Bomber. He's going to play it on that tile. Yeah. I lose my entire wave of Barbs, but at least I get the Bomber off the map. I don't know what he thinks he's doing with those Skellies. He's got Poison? That's a big problem, because Poison's good into Expo. I had to wait for the Poison to go down and then Expo with this to try and punish him for wasting his Poison, even though it wasn't a waste, and he technically got a positive trade out of that. He missed his Evo Cannon entirely, which is insane. I'm going to Valk this. If he's smart, he'll dash out. He's not smart. He is smart. But he should be dead here anyway, because he doesn't have his tank in hand. His only good tank to tank for the Expo with is his, the only good tank that he has to tank for the Expo with is his Boss Bandit, but he has his only good tank being a Champion. I have to arrows this, and then pray I get maybe 1 single Barb shot. Okay, that's good for me. He wastes his Boss Bandit. I can Evo Skelly's this, Valk low. The Evo Skellies might actually get me a lot of value here, considering he's playing Cannoneer. Oh, and he misses his Evo Snowball too. I really need to get some sort of lock here. I'm gonna Empress High. Very nice. So the Empress he hasn't seen so far. I'm gonna clone this too because he doesn't have any good spells for my cloned Empress. So the cloned Empress is just guaranteed value. Never mind, I forgot he has Snowball. I'm gonna have to arrow cycle this man to death if he doesn't give up right now. But he does give up. Very nice. Okay. I actually did manage to beat a real player. At least one real player went down with this deck. A couple episodes ago, somebody suggested that I make a tier list of all the decks that I make. I actually quite like that idea, so I've been keeping like snapshots of the deck and a log of what all the deck's cards are. But just so you know, this is probably the worst deck that I've made so far. I mean, what can I say? I'm playing triple building clone. I have to ignore that. I don't have any cards that I can use to punish that. I'm gonna bow on offense and then Valk protect because that's literally my best play right now. Oh, it's looking like he's playing no tank. Wow. Do I just automatically win? No, he's just really laggy. That's unfortunate. His Skeleton didn't get it in his hand in time. I'm gonna arrows this, try and get as much damage as I can on the tower, because I'm probably gonna have to just arrow cycle in order to finish this game off. Oh, wait a minute. I should not have done that, because I don't have any log. I forget that I don't have log in my deck, so I can't really kill anything. Alright, the Ice Spirit actually helps me quite a bit there, because the Bomb Tower will keep me alive for a smidge longer, so I might lose not all of my tower here, because I forgot I didn't have log. Yeah, if I had log in hand, I would have survived that. Skelly King, Double Spirit, Spear Gobs, Breakers. Skelly Barrel. If he's playing Evo Skelly Barrel, I'm dead. How am I gonna do this? He's not playing Evo Skelly Barrel. I have to Bomb Tower. I mean, I have to Hut this. I would have liked to Bomb Tower, but I don't have Bomb Tower in hand. Breakers are depressingly good against Barb Hut because the Breakers will not only mostly kill the Barb Hut, they'll also full kill a couple Barbarians because Breakers do a huge amount of splash damage. He's just giving me random values. So this guy doesn't know how to do anything other than spam the river. He should be playing full defense the rest of this match, but he decided not to for some nonsense reason. Okay, I can just Skelly surround that. I don't know what he thinks he's doing playing it on my side of the board, so he's going to take a bunch of damage here. Alright, how much did he spend on that? He spent 2, 6, 8, 11. Wow, this guy is garbage. I stand a chance. Okay, so he spent 11 for my... for my what? I'd really love it if I had another Expo in hand. This is part of why Expo plays Cycle, because when you're in a matchup like this, you need to have Cycle Expo, because he can actually get his positive trades back just by existing. What? How is this guy... How does this guy exist? Like... And I missed my... Okay. I have to Evo Valk pull this in now, because I just didn't play my stuff right there. I can't really afford to be making any more mistakes if I want to win this, though. Oh, he's making mistakes. He's giving me my mistakes. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just play like this and then Empress the River because he doesn't have anything good for my Empress right now. And he's not got his Skelly King in hand right now either. And Evo Breakers bail him out. Yippee! I love that. That's so fun. Okay, I don't really have anything to do right now because I need to get back around to another Expo and I can't get around to another Expo because I just don't have the cycle for it. Maybe I should just straight up play Bomber over Arrows? Say screw the Firecracker and just guarantee it. It's physically impossible. Even if the Expo locked on immediately, I wouldn't win this. I guess I had to play more passive. Yeah, because he didn't get much damage on my tower. I was out in terms of the second tower, the right lane. If you could just ignore the left lane and act like that didn't happen, in the right lane I was up damage. So if I didn't get a terrible starting play, if I didn't play bad in the beginning, I would have been able to win that. Bomber? Breakers? Breakers? Breakers are not the worst Sparky counter in the world. What's my spell? Ain't got no spell. Oh, man. I think I have to take out Valk, put in Skellies, put in a spell, because I really just cannot go no spell. Yeah. I think I'll try this. A new variant. Alright, split Breakers. See how it works. My goal is just to try and be very annoying. Rage Zap is a very bad sign, because that could mean lots of beatdown types, and beatdown is not good for me, because I don't have good cards to defend with. You know, I'm honestly tempted to just cycle my clone in the middle of the map. I got nothing to clone on screen, got no reason to keep it in my hand. Nothing good in this deck to clone, except for the Empress, but there's no tanks to keep the Empress behind anyway. Ewa's Mega Minion could mean a lot of things. Most beatdown decks are playing Ewa's Mega Minion nowadays. I'm going to clone this right now because he wasted both of his small spells, and I might as well just get this off the map sooner. Very nice. For 1 elixir, I got the Mega Minion off the map, but I get no value for it. Alright. Well, I decided to Bomb Tower this because I don't have anything else in hand for it. What I'm banking on right now is that Bomb Tower will be able to act as my mini tank for the deck. I'm going to split Breakers again because he probably doesn't have anything good in hand for this. I don't believe he has his Ewa's back yet. Alright. And now it's time for the Barbutts. Well, I guess we'll see what we're playing against. If it's Sparky, I might as well just give up right now, which is why I didn't mind playing my Barbutt there. I think that this Giant might actually be dead, so I'm going to go for an offensive bow with Empress Protect. No, I'm going to Empress low and then offensive bow with the counter-pushing Barbs. Wait for the Barbs to walk up enough to fully distract the Ewiz, and then Expo here. Alright, I guess we'll see what he's playing right now. Okay, it's Prince. Prince Lumberjack means that this is winnable. I'll clone this, actually, because I want to get extra damage off. Yeah, okay. He has to Evo Zap. I'm going to Evo Breakers. That's guaranteed to get through. He should, if he's smart, he'll play nothing on that. Okay. He plays something on it, but he loses most of his Ewiz. I'm going to Skellies this, because I want to take as little damage as possible. So what I have to do for the rest of this game is just try and Arrow Cycle to keep up with this Fireball Cycle, which is certainly going to be very interesting. I'm just going to Arrows this. I don't really need my arrows for defense, so I might as well just play it. There's his Lumberjack. I have to play my Bomb Tower, which is my mini tank. So my Bomb Tower is taking the place of Knight or Valk. Empress low. Barbut after the Bomb Tower goes down. Barbut. Clone. You can have to play a small spell on that, and after he wastes a small spell, I can Evo Skellies. Gross. Evo Skellies this. Hopefully he's not expecting it. Okay, he was expecting it. Breakers kite the Prince. Breakers get down. Okay, there we go. I'm only going to take a little bit of damage on that lane. Actually, I'm going to take too much damage on that lane. I have to Barbut this. I really wish that Empress was going to stay alive here. Yeah, I'm kind of just dead right now. I can Arrows this, Skellies this, Bomb Tower to the side. Breakers to kite, maybe? Breakers low. Keep everything off. And then just eat the entire Prince Lumberjack opposite lane so I can Barbut this side. Yeah, I'm pretty much dead right now because he can just start fireball cycling me and I can't break through an offense anymore. He played really trash in the first couple cycles there, but he recovered from the trashness of his play. I can still try, though. I can still try. Because I've got my Evo cycle again, which means that I stand a chance. Bomb tower. He should giant kite opposite lane, but he decides not to. Very good for me. I've got nothing to clone right now, no reason to play my breakers. I've got literally nothing for this, so I guess I have to just sack the Expo and go for Barb Hut defense. I can go for offensive breakers right now, actually, and clone them, because I need maximum damage out of these. These are practically my one chance of winning the game right now. And I got one half breaker connection. I can arrows this, get this Ewiz off the map. Alright, I'm not down all that much, to be honest. If we're being honest here, I'm not even down all that much. I'm going to Empress here, try and catch him off guard, clone the Skellies, just maximum Skellies. I get a single Skelly out of that. He wastes his Evo Zap, which is good for me. There's 47 seconds left. He needs to get something on my tower soon, which is good for me, because I don't think he actually has time left to get 2 Fireball cycles going. I'm going to Breakers this, Spirit this, clone the defense stuff here. Oh, that actually gets through. Oh my god, we actually... Jeez. That is some nonsense right there. The only reason I even won that in the slightest, too, was so utterly garbage. Alright. Well then, I think I might call it there. The deck is probably as good as it can get. I'm getting carried by overpowered cards, but I think this is as good as I can make it. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time.